Welcome to Beneath the Brand, Unraveling Legacies, One Strategy at a Time, Episode 42.
This is your host, Thyagi Swaris. Today, we steep ourselves into the remarkable journey of Dilmah Ceylon Tea Company, PLC, a brand born from one man's vision, faith, and fierce commitment to integrity. This isn't just a business case. It's a masterclass in legacy-led leadership, purpose-driven strategy, and resilient performance through global disruption. All insights in today's episode are drawn from the company's 2023-2024 annual report, where Dilmah opens its doors not just to its operations, but to its values. So let's pour into the essence of what makes Dilmah more than just a tea company. Let's go beneath the brand. Every brand starts with a big promise, right? And let's be honest, it's easy to say something meaningful, but holding on that for decades, that's the real deal. Dilmah is one of those rare exceptions. Born in Sri Lanka, built by faith, carried forward by a family that chose purpose over profit. And what's their promise? Let me paraphrase it for you while you see it on screen. Their vision is to serve humanity through tea, with passion, purity, and purpose. Let's unpack that just for a minute. Their vision is not just about tea, it's about what tea can represent. It's about creating an experience rooted in sincerity, connecting people through the sensory richness of Ceylon's finest leaves, and aligning their craft with a higher moral calling. They see business as a force for good, not just for consumers, but for communities and nature. Their mission follows naturally from this vision. It focuses on honoring tradition and craft, while making a real difference through kindness to people and nature, reinforcing that every sip is steeped in ethics, not just flavor. The mission reflects this same philosophy in action. It focuses on family values, ethical sourcing, and human kindness. They're not driven by quarterly gains. They're driven by generational impact. This is where the company's strategic direction begins. Not in market share, but in meaning. Every strategic move flows from these convictions. Innovation in product must reflect wellness, global expansion must reflect authenticity, and growth must benefit all stakeholders, including the planet. And at the heart of all is a bold philosophy. Business is a matter of human service. And if there's one word that flows through every page of their report, every cup of their tea, and every decision they make, it's integrity. Integrity in sourcing, integrity in storytelling, integrity in how they treat people and the planet. This foundation sets a course for Dilmah's strategic direction to remain authentic, ethical, and premium in a global marketplace. Let's pause and reflect. What kind of business dares to hold human service at its heart in a profit-driven world? That's where legacy meets leadership. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what does it take for a homegrown Sri Lankan brand to compete on the global shelves? The answer? A deep understanding of the world outside and the strength within. Externally, 2023-24 was a volatile year. Geopolitical conflict, inflation, shipping disruptions, and tax reforms all created turbulence. But Dilmah responded with focus. They didn't chase every market. They doubled down on where their story mattered. Australia, the Middle East, and Asia. Markets where authenticity, wellness, and ethical sourcing matter. Imagine this for a second. You're competing in a market full of cheap tea brands. How do you stand out if you're premium and proud of it? By standing for something bigger than price. Internally, Dilmah's environment is its real advantage, not just the product, but the people. Long-serving staff, artisanal experience, a leadership team that grew with the business. They invest in automation, solar power, and packaging innovation, but never at the expense of their values. The resources and capabilities are vertically integrated, from leaf to label. They own the story and every part of the supply chain that tells it. Even when it comes to competitiveness, in a commoditative industry, Dilmah has carved out a category of one. They aren't the cheapest, but they are the most trusted. They don't shout, but they stand firm. And in the new world of conscious consumption, that trust is priceless. A quick one. Have you ever thought about where your tea really comes from? Like who made it and what they stand? Dilmah answers that question by standing for something others won't. Purity, provenance, and purpose. Their competitive strategy is one of true differentiation. Single origin Ceylon tea, hand-picked and packed at source. Non-blended integrity, no shortcuts, no dilution. A consistent brand promise. Ethical, honest, authentic. From a corporate strategy view, they evolve without losing their soul. Launching herbal infusions and cold brew options, partnering with premium hospitality for curated tea experiences, expanding e-commerce and digital retail while retaining control over the brand narrative. They don't scale fast, they scale intentionally. Because for Dilmah, growth isn't about being everywhere. It's about being true everywhere they are. And let's not forget, they do all this while maintaining authenticity. That's not easy in today's branding landscape. Alright, now let's talk about what they actually got up to in 2023-24. First, they recalibrated markets, focusing on loyal, high-value regions and pulling back from volatile ones. Second, they invested in resilience. Solar energy capacity was expanded, packaging became smarter and more sustainable, logistics and digital inventory systems were streamlined. And third, they doubled down on purpose. The MJF Foundation and Dilmah Conservation scaled up their work in education, environment, and community support. These actions weren't reactions. They were well-timed, well-scoped, and deeply aligned with their identity. Strategic patience, tactical timing. That's how you honor both profit and purpose. Great ideas are just that, ideas, until people bring them to life. Dilmah's execution is powered by a lean, value-driven structure, a board that balances family leadership with independent oversight. The business is structured around verticals that allow clarity and focus. Production, marketing, R&D, impact, and more. Technology adoption is smart, not flashy. Solar energy and automation are integrated where they serve strategy, not ego. Diversification comes through product innovation and lifestyle integration. Herbal teas, wellness offerings, and curated tea experiences expand reach while staying true. Be honest, if you were running this business, would you take the shortcut or stick it out for something bigger? Well, Dilmah didn't just stick it out, they stayed true, stayed patient, and proved that integrity can be a growth strategy too. Dilmah's real strength isn't machinery. It is the people, passionate, skilled, and deeply aligned with the company's purpose. From long-serving artisans to innovation-driven researchers, this team brings depth of experience and continuity. They're not just employees, they're ambassadors of brand's integrity. At the leadership level, the organizational structure blends family stewardship with professional governance, ensuring clear direction without losing touch with the founding spirit. Capabilities are continuously enhanced through training, ethical sourcing practices, and a culture of ownership. Teams are empowered to take initiative, solve problems, and contribute to value creation. What's unique here is how strategy and people move together. Autonomy isn't just encouraged, it's embedded. From factory floor to executive suite, every individual knows their role in delivering purpose-driven goals. This synergy between structure, strategy, and soul gives Dilmah an edge that's hard to replicate. Let's dive into culture, the invisible heartbeat of any brand. At Dilmah, it's not accidental, it's cultivated. Rooted in kindness, tradition, and service, this culture is championed by leadership, especially the top leadership who leads with humility and strategic clarity. The leadership team drives alignment, not just authority, enabling every division to operate with shared purpose. The culture of integrity is their compass, ensuring consistency across markets, challenges, and time. From boardroom decisions to field-level actions, integrity isn't just a value, it's a strategic differentiator. When competitors chase margins, Dilmah chooses meaning, and in doing so, they build a kind of trust that no marketing budget can buy. It's rare to see such strong alignment between founder values and current leadership, but Dilmah proves it is possible. Alright, we made it to our final segment. Let's talk numbers, because legacy alone doesn't pay the bills. 2023-24 wasn't a year of peak profit, and Dilmah doesn't hide that. Revenue dipped by 16% year-on-year and impacted global macroeconomic challenges, including rising costs, inflationary pressure, and foreign exchange fluctuations. Export volumes declined due to geopolitical disruptions, but the company maintained its strategic positioning. Margins were tightened, but operational efficiencies, particularly from solar energy investments and inventory digitization, helped offset some of the pressure. Operating profit was modest, but sustainable, reflecting the company's long-term commitment to steady, value-driven performance over aggressive gains. More importantly, social value increased. Over 15% of the earnings reinvestment into upliftment. Ongoing projects in education, food, security, and climate action. While financials were tested, the resilience of Dilmah's ethical business model showed. The ability to remain profitable without compromising on integrity or cutting core programs is evidence of robust strategic alignment. Financial results may fluctuate, but strategic performance measured in impact, relevance, and trust is stronger than ever. So here's a final question. Would you choose short-term growth or long-term legacy? Dilmah chose both, just on their own terms. So rounding up today's episode, what can we learn from Dilmah? That legacy isn't just something you inherit, it's something you build with discipline, with integrity, with purpose. Because in a world chasing clicks, Dilmah is chasing character. And that is how you build a brand worth believing in. Thanks for joining me on Beneath the Brand. Until next time, we'll be back with more brand stories beneath the surface.
This episode is proudly brought to you by the Postgraduate Institute of Management, shaping visionary leaders for tomorrow's business world.